Good evening. Is your mic on?
I was muted for a second. Good evening, and welcome to a episode of Dissect. Of course, I go by the name of Novelist.
And I am Jewel.
The new, I want to say the new and improved Jewel, but the new Jewel.
Yeah, definitely new. I'm getting used to the new hair as well. My locks are
Yeah,
gone. I am rebirthing.
yeah, looking good, looking good. Wow. So what's
Thank you.
going on? Everything's good.
Everything's good. Had a trying week this week, but everything's
Yeah,
good.
I know you had the flu earlier in the week there.
Right.
But you're feeling good.
Feeling better.
All right, nice.
Yes.
Well, we have another exciting show, so I guess let's not waste time. Let's jump into it
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
bring on our first guest.
So this evening we have one of the members of Freetown Collective. His name is Mohammed Mouakil, and he is the lead vocalist. And I want to say also a poet. He will come up and he will talk about that, I'm pretty sure, throughout our conversation as well. Just want to welcome Mohammed to Dissect. Welcome, Mohammed.
Welcome.
Greetings, greetings. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. So,
Yeah. So. Mhm.
you want to tell us a little bit more about, I guess, yourself, and then we'll talk about the group a little bit. Where do you reside, or where do you hail from, I should say? And
Trinidad and Tobago, as the land, as
nice,
well.
Yeah. So
nice.
our panel is like our show is mixed up of we have Dominicans, we have Haitians. My background is Trinidadian and Grenadian, but it's nice to just let people know where our guests are coming from. So thank you for that.
Nice,
Yeah, we're from Trinidad and Tobago,
Yeah.
Belmont to be specific.
nice, nice. So, Mohammed, is that your stage name, or
Yeah, the
yeah?
name of the band is Freetown Collective, but I've never changed I've never carried a sobriquet.
Oh, okay, nice, nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
Sometimes I feel like sobriquets cause you to have a split personality. I always wanted to
Mm.
represent myself
That's
and to be myself on stage. I think sometimes when you carry a sobriquet,
mm-hmm.
there's this responsibility of carrying this extra personality. It can develop into something like that, and I kind
Wow.
of prefer that didn't happen. So I
Mm-hmm.
never changed my name in that sense.
I never looked at it like that. That is actually quite interesting. You're saying that, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just hearing like different people talking in my head, and it's almost like they do speak like of the third person.
Yeah,
That I never thought of it like that.
yeah. It's like, you know, if Sean Carter was rapping and it wasn't Jay Z, would Sean Carter be saying the same things
The
that Jay
things,
Z
right?
was saying at that
Right,
age or whenever, right? Like
right,
the things that Sean Carter would have gone through, would he still have been rapping about drugs and hoes and at that point in his life, like
right.
would he have chosen something else? And for many other artists, I think I do think that there is a thing where a lot of artists hide behind the sobriquet and run from the responsibility of
Mm-hmm.
being an actual person who lives in a society, because the sobriquet could be a madman, the sobriquet could be an irresponsible human being sometimes, the sobriquet could be
Right,
whatever, and it's just like, yeah, well, this gunman Flex or whatever his name is, and
right.
gunman Flex is be killing people on stage, but
Mm.
Timothy Robbins is go home
Is
and
the
feed
is
his
his
child
family?
and
Yeah.
hope that nobody
Yeah.
hurts that child, So
Wow.
yeah, unite
Interesting.
them.
Right.
I was listening to KG last night, his live, and we were talking about things like that last night. Well, he was
Mm.
talking and I was listening, but interesting. Novelist happens to be also an artist, and we do sometimes, a lot of the artists that come on, they do carry um, almost like an alter ego, I should say, an
Mm-hmm.
alter ego. This is
Yeah.
them in front of the stage, and this is them behind the
And
scenes.
then the thing with that is when you're taking interviews, who is being interviewed? You know what I mean? A lot of times, and I'm not, and there are some artists. So again, novelists would be your sobriquet, and I'm not saying this applies across the board. But I've seen it, you know, I've seen the weight of a sobriquet destroy people
Mm-hmm.
because,
Mhm.
you know, some people just don't know when to turn that off.
Right.
And then it consumes their actual life. And
Mm-hmm.
then they bring the sobriquet home. And then the sobriquet becomes who they are. And you
Right.
do that long enough, and then you forget that there was another person living here. You know,
Mm-hmm.
the
Right.
sobriquet just take over the house, and then all of a sudden it's like, wait,
Wow.
what was I trying to do?
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
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 That's
Interesting.
that's interesting. And we need to have you here for like 2 hours because right off the jump, you just came in and like boom, and I'm like, whoa, this is heavy. This is
Yeah.
heavy.
Yeah.
Be
Um,
thinking about life, you know.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. I've been wanting to get you on the show for a minute because of the deep thinking that you have. You know,
right.
it's not like surface level thinking. It's very deep. It's very I'm not sure because I'm freezing. Am I here?
Yeah, yeah, you're here. You're just
Okay.
freezing a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, well, we do appreciate your time and thank you for being here. So, we were going on to ask you to tell us a little bit more about you. I know I watched some videos of different types of interviews, but our show is more about trying to get you as the artist to tell us some things that you haven't told other people when you do interviews, just so people can know a little bit more about you.
I am pretty much an open book, you know. There really aren't that very many aspects of my past that I haven't talked about, or about my life that I'm very much an open book. I think for
Right.
me, that it ties back into the idea of the sobriquet, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I have I've I have tied my life and my experience to myself and to my art.
Okay.
So there really isn't that much that people don't know, or that wouldn't be, you know, easily found if somebody was to dig a little bit. So I may not have any gems for y'all by way of that, in terms of, you know, because I've been very, very open about my life. You know, my dad was involved in the Jamaat al Muslimin, which is a Muslim organization here that was involved in a coup in 1990.
Hmm.
They took over the country for 7 days. So I grew up in a very radical home.
Right.
Um, and I grew in an environment of extreme care and extreme violence at the same time.
Mm.
Hmm.
Um, and I learned a lot about the world in that way. I came to another place where my philosophy was not one of violence at all. And I wouldn't say it's one of non-violence either, but love leading the way,
Right.
you
Right.
know? Um, so, yeah, I mean, listen, y'all ask me, I'll tell you. There really isn't anything that I haven't spoken about.
Right.
Well,
What I
I don't know
what
if you
I'm
have a question. Yeah, go ahead now.
what I'm interested in to know is how did the music part of it came about for you? Where did like was it something in the house? Is it something a lot of us were born with it in the Caribbean? Was it one of those things or something you just pick up along the way?
So I didn't know that music was so deeply embedded in me because my great grandmother was Trinidad's first lady saxophonist, and she
Okay.
was a music teacher from the age
Mm-hmm.
of 13. She had a
Mm.
music school. She was a revolutionary in her own right. You know, she
Right.
was Guyanese, and in the time of Burnham and stuff, she was in Trinidad, and she was like hiding people who were defecting from Guyana and hiding people from the
Mm.
revolution and that stuff. And
Mm.
Yeah.
with Walter Rodney and all that, she was there.
Right.
It is rumored that she was Buzz Butler's secretary at some point too. It's like a whole thing with her. So I recognize her as one of my main ancestors. So
Right.
I didn't know that the music was embedded in me in this particular way.
Yeah.
Um, but I always loved music very, very much. I just always had this idea in my mind that music was for a very specific set of people, that people
Mm-hmm.
were either born singers and musicians or they were not. And
Mm-hmm.
I had so much respect for music that I, for a long time, even though I wanted to do music, I knew so many amazing musicians, but I never wanted to
Mm-hmm.
call myself a musician or even let the musicians I knew know that I was doing music because I was so ashamed at the level at which I felt I was doing it. So I
Hmm.
was
Right.
hiding and making stuff and whatever, you know.
Mm.
And then in my mid 20s, I just decided, it was really based on my little brothers and sisters. I used to carry them to school, I used to drop them to school in the morning, and when
Yeah.
they come in the car, they would turn on the radio and it would be cartel or it would be something like that. And at
Mm-hmm.
the age of 11, 12, they're parroting these words, you know.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
said, at the time I was doing spoken word, and I said, you know what? That real estate in their minds, I need a piece of that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
As their big brother, you
Yeah.
know, as the person who is so influential in their life, I need a piece of that real estate bad, bad, bad. Like I
Mm-hmm.
need it. I don't
Yeah.
want it. I need it.
Yeah.
Right.
I
Right.
need to be I need to be repeated often throughout the day in their head.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went off and I made a little CD and I gave it to their mom with some rudimentary songs I had done, probably not that good.
Yeah.
And she started playing it in the car.
Yeah.
And within a couple of weeks, they were singing these songs, you know.
Right.
And I was like, all right, okay. So I kept writing and eventually wrote something that started the journey, you know.
Mm.
So that's kind of where it came from. But I always loved music. I always really, really loved music. I would listen
Right.
to the radio and I would always add what I thought was missing in a song, you know, that kind of way. Like I would
Yeah. Yeah.
listen and I would go, yeah, this
You're.
missing in the beat, and I would add
You,
that in my head, or I would
you,
write out my own lyric. But
right.
Yeah.
nobody knew I was doing that, you know.
Right. Your own remix.
Yeah, always, always, yeah.
That's
Yeah, man.
I mean, that takes us, for me, I'm thinking about the album, the newest album that you are on, with your counterpart, um, Beyond the Machine. Like that album to me it is not the typical calypso album that I grew up listening to. So it has like infusion of pop and almost R&B and different genres embedded in that. How does that how did that come about? Like your journey with that sound.
Yeah, the producer of that album, Ian Lee, he reached out to me in 2019 and sent me something, and it was really good. He sent me an instrumental, but
Mhm.
we were caught up in Carnival that year and all that, and then we were making an album of our own that year, and I gave the instrumental to Lou, who is my brother,
Mhm.
and he was like, "Yeah, yeah, we want this," and we called Ian up, and Ian was like, "Nah, it's not, it doesn't come by itself. It's a body of work. It's either you want the whole thing, or you're not getting anything."
Yeah.
And so we sat down and we were like, okay, well, let's make an album with this guy because the music was really amazing.
Yeah.
Um, I think every generation has the task of defining itself and defining its sound and defining its music. You know, we inherit things and there's tradition,
Mhm.
but tradition doesn't dictate or shouldn't dictate the way the future is for any current generation. You borrow from tradition what works in the world you found yourself in, but you have to also make space for yourself in that world in the way that you would make that space, you know? And yeah, the album was in many ways us experimenting and trying to find different ways of saying what we needed to say that were contemporary for the world that we now find ourselves in, you know? Caribbean expression sometimes can get limited in terms of the world. The world wants us to tell this singular story, you know? We either dancehall, reggae, or soca, and
Right.
that's
Yeah.
about it, you know? And a lot of those genres, they lack, in my opinion, vulnerability, especially among men. You know,
Hmm.
I would say among men and women, the genres lack a lot of vulnerability. Certainly, soca, there's not an aspect of vulnerability in soca. You know, we don't tell those stories in soca.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
reggae will do it every now and then. Like you're seeing it more with the new crop of reggae artists, people like
Mhm.
Mortimer and Lila Ike, etc. They're telling different types of stories. And I
Yeah.
think it's on Trinbago now and the Calypso generation, this new generation, myself, Kutin, Jimmy October, Michael Teja, Christo, you know, all of us, to begin to tell these stories that haven't been told. You
Yeah.
know, I think a lot of our genius is lost because we take on the impressions that the world presses on us.
Hmm.
We become these characters because that's what they want, and it becomes successful because that's what they want. So the trope of the hypersexual Caribbean male or female and all of these different
Right.
things. Um, but where's the man who cries? You know,
Yeah.
Mhm.
where's
Yeah.
the man who is not a gallus?
Yeah.
Where you know, where's the non? Where's the one who's not a gallus? Where's the one who
Right.
lost the love of his life because he was trying to be a gallus? Where's the one who is struggling with his sexuality? Is he able to talk about those things in his space?
Mhm.
Not yet, but we will
Hmm.
get.
Hmm.
Gotcha.
So is that where the name Beyond the Machine comes from? For me, if I like just listening to the album, listening to what you just said, it's almost like we are not mechanical. We are not built to be like this. We have all these other aspects within us. So why not explore it? Why not um,
Yeah,
share those aspects?
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, right? Like we come into the world and we meet a machine. And they're
Yeah.
different machines, right? I mean, it's the same machine, but it manifests differently over the
Different,
decades.
right?
You
Yeah.
know, so in 1930 it would have manifested in one way, and then in the 60s it would have changed, and now it's something else. But it's still the machine, and that machine's job is just to produce and for us to consume.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And the only way that we can fulfill our destiny, or a real destiny, is to step outside of the idea of just being consumers. Because they
Right.
don't want us to produce, right? Because then we're going to start thinking and trying to figure out what kind of world we want to make and all that.
Right.
So
Right.
to step beyond that space, beyond the thing of, you know, step in, find a job, get that, make sure get your NIS and your retirement and whatever. Life is far greater than that. Life is grander than that. We were not sent here for that.
Right.
So Beyond the Machine in a way, is a war cry. It's an explosion in a curled fist. It's an expression that might not necessarily be wanted at this point in time by the mass,
Mm-hmm.
but it will be needed at some point. And
Mm-hmm.
so sometimes we make things that are not necessarily for right now, although we hope that it might be. Um, but definitely we leave them for future generations to consider.
Okay.
Um. Wow.
Yeah. Deep.
Would you say
As I said before.
what was that? I missed something.
No, I said deep as I was saying deep. Yeah.
Oh, it's actually deep and had me thinking like, would you say because you're right about what the machine pushes, right? The narrative that they try to put on people. But I find a lot of artists now, especially in the 2000s, um, a lot of music comes from home, right? Like people sit down at the computer and they make music and they put it out. Um, would you say these artists that's doing that, it's like they figure for them to be heard, they have to follow the like what the same thing the machine is producing? Because people like Vibes Cartel, for instance, he puts out his own music. He's not signed to a label, right?
Yeah.
Whereas you have, I don't know, Eminem, which is signed to a label, right? So the difference is Eminem signed to a label, so we know the machine is pushing this. But the people who have a choice, do you feel like it's like they feel like this is what they have to do to be heard?
Right up until Buju made Inner Heights, right?
Mm-hmm.
We didn't know that there was an Inner Heights to make,
Mm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
When Buju made Inner Heights and those first two albums, Hills and Valleys and all those songs,
Right.
that stirred something in us that we hadn't heard that. Like the generation that didn't get to experience Bob Marley, all of a sudden was having this spiritual resurgence
Right.
through Sizzler and Buju,
It's like
and
right. Even
and Buju
Kiko
step
Santo.
out of dancehall
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and made this unrecognizable thing. He tried something because in his soul he felt. So to answer your question, right? When I hear someone say, I'm giving people what they want, the question in my mind is, what do you want?
Yep.
Now, if what you want is to give the people what they want, then do your thing, for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But if what you want is to make something different, but fear is leading your process, and you're saying, I don't know if they'll want me, so I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to make someone else of myself. Again, the sobriquet comes back into question, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to make someone else of myself. I'm going to
Right.
call myself. It's a time where we're listening to a lot of murder music. So I'm going to call myself Killer this and this
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Don and that, whatever, whatever, which is
Mm.
not who you are. You's Mama Sweet Boy. You ain't never been on the street.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? You ain't never hold a gun in your hand. You ain't never
Right.
shoot at, you understand? But
Yep.
these little boys create these personas. And then when the world hears them, because of the tropes that they have that exist about young black men, the world feeds this loop back to them and tells them, yeah, you're bad, you know, you're bad,
Yeah.
you're real bad
Mm-hmm.
too, yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And then the badness finds them. They don't know
Yeah.
nothing about it, but
Yep.
they sing all these lyrics, so the badness finds them, and all of a sudden, the sobriquet and the tropes and the stereotypes, it swallows them whole. And
Right.
there's always an energy out there willing to consume us. And so when you say, I'm going to give the people what they want, and this
Mm-hmm.
is, I have to do this because it's what sells, well, I have the benefit of being a little older now. And I'll say, I think the greatest levels of unhappiness must come from being successful at something you don't want to be.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Because you'll look back and realize that you misled an entire generation to believe that this was the path to success.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have all of these people following you, die hard, willing to die for what you said it was worth
Mm-hmm.
dying for,
Mm-hmm.
only to wake up one day in your late 30s, early 40s and realize, nah, this ain't it. But
Mhm.
now you're rich, you're successful, you have 2, 3 decades of words out there in the world pushing younger people to do and say things that you no longer align with,
Yeah.
Right.
you know? So I would rather be a total failure on a true path towards myself than an absolute success as someone else, you know?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Damn. Well said, brother.
But would you
Well said.
would you say that you and your band, Freetown Collective, that you are almost as trendsetters right now in the industry, in the calypso arena, I should say, where you're speaking your mind, you're going outside of the box, you're creating these sounds that are different, and you're giving messages, you're sending messages to the youth through your music. Would you say that you're trendsetters because you've changed the genre per se?
What we did once we had the chance was we gave other youths a chance to be on platforms that we had created. And in doing so, we influenced them positively to know that they could make a different kind of music and be successful. So,
Mm-hmm.
if there's any trend that we hope to have set, it's the trend of platforms being made by individuals but servicing the community. So, for instance, Kutain performed at our carnival shows maybe for 2 years or 3 years before he burst onto the national scene.
Hmm.
You know, us doing our concerts would have inspired him to throw his own concerts. Mikhail Teja as well. Teja performed for 2 years on our shows before he burst onto the national scene.
Wow.
You know, and so we have always created music from our heart and with a different intention, and the intention to infiltrate the heart and to change the way people see themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
All that we see now is a manifestation of the love that we actually have for these younger artists.
Yeah.
We've been giving them the platform because we know that we are not the future, right? We might be right now, and we definitely are part of the past,
Mm-hmm.
but there's a time in which I will not exist. And if I really believe that I want to make change, then I have to affect those who will live in that time. Because otherwise, why telling myself? I just talking, right? I talking shit.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not trying to show love to and affect those that live in that time. And so trendsetters, yeah, it's a kind of word that takes a lot of things into yourself and go like, I'm a trendsetter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, it was just genuine love, you know. And
Yeah.
now the
Yeah.
youths and them, they gravitate towards love. So
Mm-hmm.
all of a sudden, we went from being the youths to being the OGs at
Right.
very young ages, you know what I mean?
Right.
So
Right.
yeah.
It's true.
Nice.
Yeah.
And that must just bring a whole different feeling to actually know you're putting something positive out there at the end of the day, and you're not affecting nobody's mind. You're not corrupting anybody's mind.
Corrupting. Yeah.
Yeah, I've made a lot of mistakes in my life, I think, as a man, you know. But there are some that I hope to never make.
Right.
And corrupting in a sense is one of those things
Oh,
that
oh yeah, for sure.
yeah, you don't wanna mess with that. I think there's some things that God really don't like at all, and
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Be careful, especially as you get older.
Yep.
I always said to my brother, you have a choice. You could either be a big brother, a father, or a predator.
Mm-hmm.
When you start getting certain levels of influence and power, we've seen so many men turn their power and influence into predatory actions.
Yep.
Yeah.
And those of us as men who recognize that that is not a path to follow, the healing of the world will come from when women and children feel safe in the presence of powerful men.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole different thing.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I have a very, it's a almost a controversial question.
We love
And
it.
it's based on, it's based on, well, it is dissect. We try to do this when we come up, when guests come on, we try to tease these things out of them to see what your point of view is. Um, Rumor has it that some of the music that was produced this year and put on the road and played on the road were AI generated. What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, the world is evolving at a pace that humanity itself can't keep up with. So we
Mm-hmm.
now have a supercomputer that they believe is not just computing in this particular dimension, but is calculating across several dimensions in the way that it factors in the things it factors, right?
Hmm.
That's godlike. That's the realm of sages and saints and things. We've created that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Eventually we will create an artificially generated intelligence, right? A thing that believes that it is um,
Supreme.
conscious.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
know, um, you can't blame the artist for trying to keep up. The artist, however, has to understand that these things are just tools. Ultimately, you are the creator.
That's right.
So to me, it all depends on your level of leaning. You know,
Mm-hmm.
if you stuck for a phrase or a melody or whatever, and you reach out and you grab your inspiration from there, I can't hate on you. It's not necessarily my way of doing things. But when you are going there and trying to get entire songs and bypassing your heart,
Right.
which is the filter right now that will tell you what's supposed to be in the world and not supposed to be in the world. The AI don't have no heart.
Yeah.
The AI is looking at things in a very straight way. It's like a child fall down and they get a cut. What that child really needs is someone to come and put a some kind of antibiotic and a plaster on it, and the child should be
Right.
fine.
Yeah.
And so an AI would just come and be like, child fell, antibiotic, plaster, go on your way.
Yeah.
A
Mm-hmm.
mother picks the child up, antibiotic, plaster, kiss,
Yep.
cup of juice, go and sit
Mm-hmm.
down in the corner, you'll be okay, you
Yeah.
know. And that's the difference, right? Across the board.
No
The
way.
songwriter needs a melody, the AI give you the melody and the whatever, but who is it for? Who is the AI thinking of when
Yeah.
the AI sings that love song? It's not thinking of anyone.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But when you think of that person and you sing, other people who have felt love, they now feel what you are feeling. That's the thing the AI can't do. It can't do it, right? Not
Mm-hmm.
now at least. And so yeah, we still have to rely on our own selves in order to really make this work.
Wow. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So I have
Hmm.
love for them. Like they can use it as much as they want. But I think people
I'll be
at
right
one
back.
point were afraid that we wouldn't be able to distinguish the AI music from the others. But as of now, we can still very much tell.
Yeah,
When
which is
you are
good.
using AI to write,
Oh
we can
yeah.
tell.
Well, yep.
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
that's well, I personally don't have a problem with however people want to use these things, but I don't think somebody that believe they're talented is actually gonna make an AI right for them.
It happened.
Well, that person don't believe in themselves because I believe I could write my story. I believe I could project my story better than anybody else, much less a machine.
Yeah. And the thing about it too is that once you start relying on these things, it's gonna be very hard to return to
Yep.
yourself.
That's
Mm-hmm.
right.
Really, really hard to return to yourself. Yeah.
That is a
I
fact.
think part of it is also not relying on the writers to write for them, because a lot of this the artists were relying on someone else to write their material for them. So it's cost effective. One, maybe that's what they're thinking. And you know what? It sounds great. It's catchy, and they're relying on the fact that people won't notice. People are just jumping and waving, and that's what they're relying on.
It's cost effective because they don't know the cost. You know,
Mm.
that's why
Right.
it's cost. That's why it's
It
cost
could be their
effective.
downfall. It could be their downfall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because eventually, what was it'll always return. I believe it will always return to the formula of the human heart. You know, it don't
Of
matter.
course.
We could drift as far as we want.
Yeah,
You
you
know, it'll
you gotta
always
come back.
return there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for me, that's where I want. I'm good. I'm good. I'll stay right
Right.
there. Now that we haven't used AI, like we have used it, we've
Right.
used it to get melodies with
Yeah.
in terms of like if we want a choir on a song and we want to hear what it would sound like, instead
Yeah.
of bringing the entire choir into studio to do a
Yes. Yeah.
demo to say,
Right.
now we don't want that, you just
Uh,
flip the AI on and let me hear what the song with a choir. Let me
yeah.
hear what this song would sound like as a country song. Let me hear what it would sound like as R&B. Let me hear
Right.
these. Yeah, you can use it for these things. That's not a problem. But
Yeah.
the genesis of inspiration, I believe, should still be the heart. But that's just me.
Hmm. It's interesting.
Thanks for that.
Jay said artists when she mentioned AI. For
Yeah.
me personally, and I mean, this is like a kind of a question, but a statement at the same time. For me personally, an artist is someone that projects their vision onto whatever. Um, I don't look at the person that using AI as an artist. I
Mm,
probably be a writer, but for me, an artist, you whatever you're seeing is that's what you're projecting. What do you think of
yeah.
that?
And as I we begin to hear the terms, so what's the difference between an artist and a creator?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
You know, an artist is a very special and specific thing.
You're
It's a
right.
mixture of a lot of things because someone can make, someone can make things,
Yeah.
but they
Mm-hmm.
themselves are not invested in those things and the influence that those things have on the world.
Right.
I don't think that's an artist. An
Mm-hmm.
artist, first and foremost, before an artist even takes that title or knows that that's what they are, is a little child that feels very deeply about the world and probably cries a lot and probably, sits and talks to stones and butterflies
Mm-hmm.
and whatever. Like, it's a little weirdo who thinks that the world is more than it seems.
You're right.
Yeah.
That's where it
That's
starts.
yep.
And it's a very special
Performing
thing.
for
It's not
trees.
something that, yeah, it's not something that you just wake up one day and decide that this is what you are, you
Facts.
know. But again, we live in this world where people can just do that, right? People can
Yeah.
wake up and decide that they're anything. You have people waking up and deciding that they are leopards and frogs and whatever.
Cats.
Mm-hmm.
That's the world that we live in. You can't fight them down, right?
It's true.
Right.
It is what it is. So
Yep.
in this time, you know, we give thanks for life and we just quietly do what we know we're supposed to do and
Okay.
let the world go mad as it is going mad right now. We just do what we know we're supposed to do.
Hmm.
Right. So Mohammed, tell us. Well, I actually wanted to ask you this, but you said before, your name is your name, but I'm still gonna ask. Um, the music you guys produce, it's under the genre of calypso. But do you have a style name to your music, or you just leave it as it is, calypso?
We struggled with this for a long time, and we happened and ended up at Calypso, because Calypso is who we are
Right.
as Trinbagonian people. It's how we eat, sleep, talk, move. Calypso is our energy and our vibration, is our rhythm. It's something that's not easily duplicated by the rest of the world,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
it's very easily misunderstood and it's been mistreated so much. It's the mother form of so many other forms, everything from soca to bouillon to a lot of the other forms, right? It's
Right.
this
Hmm.
thing that came across with
Even
us,
reggae.
reggae. That's a big fight. People don't like to hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's fact
Um,
though. Yeah.
but it's the mother form, and anything is like I don't know why people don't like to hear it because it's just look. I'm not trying to take anything away from you. I'm saying this is how we survived.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is the thing that came across with us, and it didn't die. So just give thanks. Things came out of it. I'm not saying like why is it so important for so many of us to be like reggae came first. It don't matter what came first, we
That's right.
survived, yo.
Mm-hmm.
You hear me? We survived. That's what
Yep.
matters.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Calypso for us represents that survival. You know, we say now Calypso is rebel music.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we stick with that genre. People looking at it could call it a million different things. And
Mm-hmm.
there are those who are diehard purists for Calypso who have been fighting and saying we are not Calypso. But over the years, there have been so many people that they said weren't Calypso. When Sparrow started singing, they said Sparrow was not singing
Yeah.
Calypso. He was
Mm-hmm.
crooning. When Rudder started, they said he was an R&B artist.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so many Calypsonians, when you
Evolving.
listen to them, their music was so different. You listen
Right.
to, Stalin didn't sound like Shadow, didn't sound like Valentino, didn't sound like Andre Tanker, didn't sound like Nappy Myers, didn't sound like, we
Right.
keep going all night.
Right.
So there's no one alive could tell me I can't claim my heritage. I'm a Calypsonian. You don't like it? Fight me.
No, it's
Right.
it's just the older generations. I think they tend to want to hold on to things and
Mm-hmm.
claim that, and they find change to be very difficult.
Yeah, nostalgia kill them. Nostalgia kill them.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
So,
in the interest of, yeah, go ahead,
so
Navi. I don't know.
where can the audience shop your music? All major platforms in the
Our
world.
music is everywhere. Anywhere that you could think music would be,
Right.
it's there. And if you can't find it, just send us a message and we'll put it wherever else you're looking for it. Everywhere.
Yeah.
Spotify, Deezer, Tidal, wherever you find your music, our music is there.
Hmm. And I know
Yeah.
you're coming to Toronto for Carnival. At Massey Hall, I saw that ad the other day and I said, you know what? I think I'm going to watch this show. I'm going to
So
be there.
that Massey Hall ad was that ad for last year, which we
Uh-huh.
ended up doing it at the Phoenix. And it was a sold out
Oh,
show at the Phoenix.
Right.
So we're coming back this year to do our show. Welcome to Freetown. For sure, God willing, God spare life. We'll be there.
We
We
got it.
also what we did in Canada last year was we did our Tight Spaces tour, which is basically like our acoustic tour. So we went
Mm-hmm.
to Montreal, then we went to Ottawa, and then we came to Toronto. So this year we may be doing the same thing. We may also go out to the West Coast,
Mm-hmm.
and
oh,
we'll also do an acoustic show before the big show in Toronto.
okay.
So
Any
we're
date?
moving.
Any date set yet? Like,
It's end of July into August. That's where we know we'll
Caravana
be.
weekend.
Maybe
okay,
somewhere
Caroline.
around from like the 25th of July, go forward into August.
All
All right.
right.
We'll
Yeah,
definitely
You
look out
know,
for
good
that.
to know.
yeah, man.
Yes. Well, we
Well,
don't want to take up too much of your time
right.
because we know time is precious.
For sure.
Um,
Well,
we want to thank you so much for being here. Um, anyone you would like to just give thanks to or big up?
Yeah, I want to thank my team because there's so much happening behind the scenes that does none of this gets done unless there's people like Renel Clark who's messaging me 2 minutes before, hey, where you, make sure and show up, who's sending me the link.
Yeah.
My manager, Dr. Karen Niles, constantly worrying about the future. My brother Lou Lyons, who it's his birthday today, who's been with me on this journey for the last 16 years. Um, our supporting singers, the Trinity, Tishana Williams, Malini Joseph, and Shanna Joseph, who've been with us on this journey for the last 11 years, rock us. You know, People don't see the rest of it. There's so much things about people wanting stars and star power. They don't understand just what it takes. It really takes a community to make anything happen. So big up the community, big up everybody that ever came to our Freetown show, stream a song, buy a piece of merch, smile at a song, whatever, take a little wine, whatever you do to support us.
Hmm.
We appreciate you plenty. And of course, thank you all for having me. I do appreciate it. I think shows like this are very important because we need to talk about the culture as widely as possible. So I
yeah,
appreciate y'all.
appreciate you sitting here with us. Uh, like I said, right off the jump with the like just educated us right off the jump. I love it.
Yeah.
I live for good conversations. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
man.
the type of person, if you're gonna spend 5 minutes with me, I want to be able to leave something with you and you leave something with me, right? So
Absolutely.
you left a lot with us tonight. So definitely appreciate that, and looking forward to see you in Toronto in July or
Man,
around
it's
that
gonna
time.
be it's gonna be beautiful. And again,
Yes.
thank you all. When the time comes for us to have that show, we'll reach out. Maybe we'll do another interview.
For
You know,
sure.
and bring some more members of the band on and that kind of stuff, you know. So
For sure.
Yeah.
Most
We have a
definitely.
video that we want to close the show with, and that is Calypso,
oh
Keepers of the Flame.
yeah.
Let's play that on our outro from this portion of our show. Don't tune out. We still have another guest on. It's a double episode of Dissect tonight.
All right, blessed love everybody.
Thank you,
All right, bless
Mohammed.
it.
Take care.
Definitely. So, right.
Voice in my head ringing like a bell. The voice say, I am the God of Shorty and Kitchener. I bring a rhythm for them to write, let them write that. The voice say, go down there. Cause when I listen to the music, it's like they forget me. When it's I give them soul and I give them fire. And if so, cause he's the son and I is the father. Calypso, you better tell them people, tell them call me name, tell them we are the fire. Calypso, go and tell them people, tell them call me name, tell them we are the fire. Keep us off the flame, raise it up, raise it, blaze it up, blaze it up, going crazy. I see a Baptist woman, I say, Mama, save me. It's have a voice in my head and he won't stop singing. Say he name is fire, my whole body burning. But when she opened she mouth and she started talking. Well, it's the same voice in my head that was ringing. And he said, I am the voice of Ella and Sandra. You could run from the son, but not from the father. Calypso, you better tell them people, tell them call me name, tell them we are the fire. Calypso, go and tell them people, tell them call me name, tell them we are the fire. Keep us off the flame, raise it up, raise it, blaze it up, blaze it. Raise it up, raise it, raise it, raise it up, raise it, blaze it up, blaze it, raise it up. Calypso, El Montu Lavanti, oh, from Pembroke to Scarborough, from Port of Spain to Sando. Bring the rhythm, bring the rhythm, bring the rhythm, the rhythm, the rhythm.
I am in the back here jamming. I don't know about you, Jay, but I was in the back jamming. Yo.
I was jamming, getting ready for our second portion of Dissect.
Yes, indeed.
Because, you know, we do that sometimes.
Calypso
Double up.
music.
Calypso, exactly.
Yeah,
Keep us
man.
with the flame. That is definitely a guest that I've been trying to get on for a while. I know he's that deep, and
Yeah.
he's definitely someone that would love to have back
Oh,
on.
for sure.
But
We're gonna
we
go
have
deep again, and we're gonna
another
have
deep
fun.
artist.
We're gonna go deep and fun. Like we're deep tonight. We're feeling deep tonight, so we're gonna have some fun now too.
Yeah,
So
yeah. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful I Earth Divine is joining us tonight. I Earth Divine, come up to the stage. Yes, you're muted. I don't know. You know what happened during the other show? I inadvertently brought you up to the stage. I was trying to mute you, and I brought you up, and now we caught that. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Teamwork.
I
Yeah.
thought it was
I
Thank
or
people
you.
in the back
divine.
messed up, but it was you. Sorry, guys in the back. I blamed you in my head.
I was just looking up the word divine. It
Mhm.
means a lot, but God deity and sacred and holy is divine.
Yes.
Yes, and earth is the
Absolutely.
ground, and yeah.
Yeah.
So welcome to Dissect.
And thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be here. I'm very happy to be here. Thank you so much for
Thank
having
you
me.
for joining us.
Of
Hmm.
Did she
course.
hit it? Excuse me. Did she hit it on the head though? She said, the whole godly, earthly, like she hit it on the head with you. That's who you are, right?
I believe, honestly speaking, I believe I am very divine. And the more I call myself divine, is the more divine things happen in my life. And I
Yeah,
feel like if we want things to happen in our life, we have to take on, embody
yeah,
that spirit that we want. And I
yeah,
believe I am so divine, and divine things keep on happening. I
yeah,
can't even explain it.
yeah.
Hmm.
They always say, when you name a child, make sure you name the child a name that they can live up to. And
Yes.
sometimes we are not given those type of names. Like, excluding myself, I think I was
Yeah.
given a name
Talk
that I
about
can live up to.
Yeah. I
good
like that
stuff.
name. I like that name,
I
Jewel. That's a beautiful
Jewel
name.
is
I name got
actually my
power.
middle name, but
Oh,
my first name, for those who don't know, is Crystalline.
oh,
Hmm.
Crystalline.
Crystalline.
Um,
That's actually good.
Crystalline. Yeah. So
Crystalline is good. It's like your third eye,
yeah.
the pineal gland. That's
So
crystalline. So you are
Told you I
very
was gonna go
divine.
deep tonight.
we were.
Crazy.
You know what? I wasn't ever gonna mention that about
Yeah.
me, but
Yeah.
it's true. It is
Oh,
true.
did I bring that out in you? Did I bring that out?
You brought that out. I never knew that's what that meant, but I do have that third eye,
You
and
see? There you go.
I
You
look
look
really carefully.
crystalline.
Yeah, you guys are bonding. Can we go back to the
Wow.
beginning, please?
Yeah, go back.
Oh, I want to also say thank you so much to the viewers for staying on,
Yeah.
for viewing with us on TDN TV Network
Mhm.
1 and TDN Radio on Facebook, YouTube, Roku, and V Streams. Also, the newest one is Twitch. Thank you so
Nice.
much.
And all your
Mm.
dissect pages too. Thank you.
And
YouTube
dissect,
dissect and
dissecting,
your
dissect. Yes, I always forget.
Facebook page as well. But Divine, let's go back to the beginning.
Mm.
I like to ask people when they come here because people like to know where's she from? Like
Yeah.
what does she do? Like, who is she? So we want to ask where you from. That's going background or maybe you were born here and live here, whatever the case.
Mhm.
Let's talk about your background.
Well, actually, I was born in Dominica, small island of Dominica. I
Give
was
me
born
one.
in Dominica,
Mhm.
Wesley Village, Dominica. So that's me. I came to Canada when I was a teenager. So I kind of
Right.
adopted that Canadian type of mentality,
Mhm.
but I never forgot my roots.
Right.
And that's just it. So I was born in Dominica and I came here when I was a teenager. And I just, kind of have that kind of blend, in between
Right.
two worlds. I kind of play, a tropical girl in the
Mhm.
Arctic world.
Earlier you were
Yeah.
an analog girl caught in a digital world today. Now
Yes.
you're but yeah, Toronto is definitely a melting pot and we do
Yeah.
get all types
Yeah.
of different cultures here. So
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Um
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
so we have you down as spoken word,
Mm-hmm.
right? Is that accurate or
Well, I would say it is somewhat accurate
Mhm.
because that's pretty much where I started. I just started writing poems. That's pretty much it. And
Right.
I needed to find a way to actually express it and bring it out. But I needed to find a fun way. And I was like, me just standing there talking words, I feel like I need to do something because I'm a high vibrational person and I love to just move my body.
Right.
Yeah, so that's pretty much what it was. And it's like the words, and then I hear the instrumentals, and I'm like, wow, I could actually do that. So
Mm.
that's pretty much what happened. It was like I could actually do that. I was like, wow, my poems actually sounds good with this beat. So I'm
Yeah.
like, I could actually do that. Yeah.
But when did this start for you? When did the poems and then the spoken word piece? Where did that start? Like when?
Oh,
When and
that's
where?
Oh gosh, that started from in back home in Dominica, standing on the hill and singing and dancing and thinking I'm like singing to an audience, but
Yeah.
meanwhile I'm singing to the trees and the birds.
Please,
The
as an
earth.
artist, we spoke about that just
You're
now.
speaking to the earth as well. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I was speaking to the birds and the trees and the rivers, and it
Right.
was just that was just it, and it was just something. And my family is a musical family. Like,
Mhm.
they basically had a calypso band back home, and they would play calypso like the juve, the calypso on the road,
Okay,
right?
right.
And I was actually one of those little babies that was just holding in the hand and on the band, and it was just
Mm.
in me, so I was just like, and
You're a Juve baby, Carnival
I'm a
baby.
juve baby, I'm a carnival
Carnival
baby.
baby. A real live carnival baby, everybody. This is what they look like.
This is what they look
Right?
like. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was it, man. So it was just something that was just in me, and it was like I just grew up, and I'm just like feeling like I just always felt like I feel music differently. Like I feel it so deep. It's like I can't hear music and just sit there. I
Right.
I don't know how people do it. I really truly don't. No,
Oh,
how people listen to music and don't want to move their body.
Yeah.
That's just me. I'm like I want to move. Yeah. Hmm.
well, I mean, it's supposed to do that. It depends on what music you're listening to. So yeah, we
Depends.
all we all receive music
In a
differently,
different way.
or
Yeah.
and it brings out what it brings out in us, right? So
Hmm.
that's a good thing that you're always enjoying yourself.
Always, always.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So you decided to um take your music, your spoken word music, into professional.
Yeah.
What what not okay. I'm missing up. I'm mixing two questions in my head. I want to ask
Hmm.
you,
Yeah.
what inspires you,
What
and
inspires
then
you?
I'll ask you the other one. Yeah, what inspires you to like when you're being artistic? What inspires you?
Where do you
I
get draw your inspiration from?
Yeah.
I draw my inspiration from life, from just life, from everyday life, from grief, from pain, from joy, from laughter, from love, from getting your heart broken and wanting to get it out. And I feel like energy is something that you should never hold on to. You have to find a way to get it out. Energy does not want to stay stagnant. It wants to be expressive. It wants to get out, and I feel like I had to find a way to be able to express myself on a deeper level where it's like soulful, where it's coming from my heart. It's like, when you hear it, it's like, yeah, I know where she's coming from. I felt that, So it's
Right.
like, yeah. So I draw it from life, like the things that I've been through, my experiences, and my heartbreaks and the joys, and you know what I mean. So I draw it from life. Yeah. Hmm.
Have you ever performed at like cafes or like lounges? I can see you
Hmm.
doing that and just
Yeah.
vibing.
I
Yeah,
have
that's
done that.
really
I
cool.
have done that. I have done that. I would like to do more of that. So look me up. I'm available.
I'm
Nice.
Yeah,
thinking.
yeah, yeah. But I would love to do that. I love the live band. I love the live band type of vibe, and you know what I mean. I just love
Mhm.
to just jam with the band and just really get a feel for it and just get in the zone and just be like, yeah, be
Mhm.
myself and express myself, and yeah, yeah. I love that. Cafes, yeah, I love it.
So
Hmm.
help me to understand because I'm not really familiar
Yeah.
with you said the band to vibe with the band. How do
Mhm.
you decide on your music? So you decide on your music and then so are you working with a music producer
Yes.
to produce music that goes with your rhythm of your voice?
Mm. Yes, actually, I'm working with a production company in Toronto. They're called M67 Music. And one day they just reached out to me, and I don't even know how it happened. As I said to you, I'm divine, right? These things just come to play. And it's like, hey, do you want to come to the studio? And I was like, sure. And then they played a beat, and I was just like, I just went for it. And they're like, what? And then they started dropping more beats, and it's like, what? And then I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, we need to do an EP. We need to release this. And I was like, yes, I'm down. I'm down for it all. You know what I mean? So I am
Yeah.
working with a production company in Toronto. They're called M67 Music, and we're doing big things. Yeah.
You were
I like
listening to you.
Yeah.
I hope this doesn't come across offensive in any
Oh
way.
boy.
It was
Oh
not
boy.
meant to be. Mahalia Jackson. Do you know? Does that ring a bell? That name to you?
No,
You gotta go and
I'll look her up.
look her up. So
Really
she is like she's she can be raunchy. She's I don't know if she's still alive, but this is
Oh.
like back in the 60s, 70s. My
Mhm.
parents
Yeah.
era, but she would sing this kind of music, but not just singing. It was almost poetic when she would sing. It was speaky, spokey singing.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Yeah.
really, yeah.
Yeah.
So your sound sounds like her.
Yep. Exactly. I'm like a
Nami, you don't know
speaky,
who Mahalia Jackson is?
no.
but I'm gonna look
You
her
got
up.
me
I
on
am
that
going to
one.
look her up. I am
Yes.
going to look her up. Yeah.
Somebody in the comments, if you're a baby boomer,
Baby
baby
boom.
boomer,
Boomer.
you might know who that is. And I
Yeah.
grew up around
Okay.
music as well. My dad was a DJ.
Oh, see, there you
In
go.
the, back in the
Yeah.
days. I know.
Yeah. I love that.
My
Yes, I
my
like to like sing and dance, sing and rap.
and rap.
Like
Yeah.
sing and rap and put them together and infuse it, that type of way. I love that. It's like it just gives it a different kind of vibe, like it's unique to me and how I express myself, Yeah.
Nice. The second part to my question I was gonna ask you is what was it um like your first time going into the studio and actually putting down a body of work or one song? What was that experience like, if you remember?
That experience was actually a little bit. One day I called my cousin. He's a producer in Toronto. So I called my cousin. I was like, you know what? I think I can do music. I think I could actually sing. I think I could do this thing.
Yeah.
And then he was like, come on, man, come and see me. And I was like, okay. And then I went in, and then he's my cousin, and he knew me from I was a baby, And then I did this song, like I wrote this song, and then he did a reggae beat, and I sang the song on the reggae beat. He's like, yeah, I believe you have something. I think you have something.
Nice.
So then, yeah, that was the first time I ever recorded anything. And I was from there, I was just like, I just kept on, and I kept on getting better and better and better and better, at it. And it's just like kind of building up that confident muscle, I think it is.
Right.
I've been doing that, building
Nice.
it up.
So there's Jay, I don't know if you actually heard the song, but there's one song that I heard from you in particular, and I was like, no, you gotta come on Dissect.
Is
For
it the
some
one
reason,
you shared to
yeah,
me?
the one, yeah,
Okay, yeah.
but we couldn't get it downloaded for some strange
Oh,
It's not
reason. But
working.
I'm gonna tell, just go out and look out for that song.
yeah.
Um, I want to talk about the song a little bit. Now, the song, she is actually singing about black men. And what I found very interesting in the time where we live in, just like the conversation we just had earlier, everybody is stuck on this is what the world wants.
Yeah.
So this is part one question, right?
Yeah.
This is what the world wants. Now,
Yeah.
you went against the narrative.
Yeah.
What made you want to actually sing such a positive song? The type of music it is actually, like, what made you want to go that route?
Well, at the end of the day, I always just go with how I feel and I follow my heart. And that's how I was feeling. I followed my heart, and this is how I felt. And this is how I feel about black men. I love my man like how I love my coffee black. Hello,
Yeah.
I do. So you're going to know about it. And that's how I feel. I just felt it in my heart, and that's how I needed to express myself. That's how I needed it to come across. And I didn't care what anybody think or if they like it or not. It was just me speaking from my heart.
Yeah.
And it resonated because it was from my heart, and that's basically why I went that road, because it was just something from my heart.
Right.
Yeah.
So like I have so much questions, and I don't want to keep Jay out, so she got to
No,
tap in.
go ahead. Go ahead.
But so at that point, you wrote the song or you
Yeah.
recorded the song, and it's you didn't really it. I don't want to ask it wrong, but I'm just gonna ask it how I'm thinking of it.
Yeah.
So
Go
you
ahead.
don't think you don't really care, like, okay, this is what the world wants. You're just like, I'm gonna put this. This is how I feel, and see what happens.
Yeah,
So you
exactly.
right.
Because you know what? I have learned that I cannot please everybody. I have to please myself. And if something sounds good to me and that's how I feel, I'm gonna
That's
say
it.
it.
Right.
Because that is how I feel. Because I
Right.
cannot, I remember back in the day when I used to work in the call center and I would always change my hairstyle. Some
Right.
people would be like, I like this hairstyle on you. I like that hairstyle. And I realized I can't please everybody
You
with the
can't.
hairstyle,
Right.
you
Right.
know? So I'm just going to wear my hair how I want to, right? So it's the same thing with my music. It's like, I'm just going to do my music how I want to. And it's going to resonate with the people that it's supposed to resonate with.
Right.
And the people it's not supposed to resonate with, I don't have to worry about that because they're not my people. You know what I mean? But my people is going to feel it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I
just
always want to ask her to give a little piece. I don't know how you feel about that, like especially not having the proper equipment and stuff
Yeah.
like that, to give a little piece. Just
Exactly.
because I know my friend here is so passionate about. Where'd he go? Oh, he's
no,
He's
there.
right
I'm
here.
here. Sorry, Dad is calling me. Dad is calling me.
Oh,
Anyway.
he's so passionate about
No, the reason why
wanting people to hear the sound.
the
So
reason why I'm so passionate, and I encourage, like, trust me, when you're done listening to Dissect, watching Dissect, look out for Earth Divine. Earth Divine. What's the name of the song? Because I don't have it.
Coffee Black. It's called
Coffee
Coffee Black. Yep.
Listen,
Mm-hmm.
you and your woman, you and your man, you and your wife, you and your husband, your children. Listen to that song.
Yep.
It's very positive, and what I think, what I love about it is that it's right there. I love my. I don't want to say it, but
I love my man like how I love my coffee.
right,
Yeah.
So yeah, we need to
why
love.
don't you want to say it, Navi?
Listen,
Because he's not talking about a man. He could say woman. He could say I love my woman.
There's just certain moods I don't tune into. That's all.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my
You know?
gosh. Yeah.
But yeah, that the whole positive vibe about it. I'm excited about the song, and like I told
Yeah.
you, I express how much I
I know.
I appreciate the song, right?
I love that.
Especially like we're in the world right now, and I see our women and our men doing two things. Now, men are actually, anyway, women are either twerking yourself away,
Yeah.
and men are just losing themselves trying to please, like you said, trying to please everybody,
Yeah.
right? So to hear such positive message in the music, like, I welcome it, right? And I
Yeah.
hope the men could start doing that too, and talk about our black women the same way. So
Positively, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Instead
you
of
know,
calling them B's and H's.
I
B's
know.
and, yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That's how I feel about it too. It's like, you know what I mean? Because there's a few artists that would want to work with me to be like, let's do a song. But then what they're saying is like, it doesn't resonate with me and I can't
Right.
really flow that way. If
Right.
it's something positive and it's uplifting, then I will, yeah. But if it's
Right.
like something about take off your this and you know what I mean? I'd be like, no, I don't think this is for me. You know?
Yeah. They hear, you know what it is? They hear the vocals. They
Yeah.
love the vocals. They hear the strength behind it. And they're like,
Yeah.
we need this on our,
but they miss the
but
message.
Yeah.
the message is not
The
driving.
message is
It's
missing.
not-
Yeah, it's not. And I feel like a lot of people are not very conscious with the music that they write. They just write because it flows together, or it flows together. Like it's just the words just kind of flow together. But when you think about it from a logical standpoint, it doesn't make sense. Where's the story? Where's the story? Like I don't hear the story. I don't hear it.
Right.
You know, so my music, I tend to want to paint a picture for you, let you see, like I take you right into my world so you could see that I love my man like how I love my coffee black. You could see it. You could visualize. You could visualize that, right? So a lot of people take the consciousness out of the music and the heart out of the music, and they just as you say, write what everybody wants to hear. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just as Muhammad was saying, our previous guest, same
Yeah.
similarity. Like there's no not, I shouldn't say context, but there's no I guess
No creativity,
there's no
no,
creativity, there's
yeah,
no energy behind it,
there's
like
no
positive energy,
imagination,
no
there's
imagination.
nothing.
It's the heart. It
Yeah.
comes down to the heart, because
That's
the
what he
heart is
said.
where it is. It
Yeah.
vibrates. Your heart is like the most powerful thing. It vibrates so much, and people don't, because sometimes people could be so like, oh, because I'm a man, I have to be like this. And come on, you're human. You have a heart.
Hmm.
You have a
So,
heart.
do you believe, like, do you believe you are what you eat? And I mean, yeah, do you believe you are what you eat? So if you
Yes,
eat properly, you produce properly, and if you eat crap, you produce crap.
yes, I could say that 100%. That is something I preach every day.
Right.
You have to be aware of what you're consuming, the things that you listen to, the things that you eat, the things
Yeah.
that you see, you watch, the
Hmm.
things that you talk about, the
Yeah.
things that you put in your body. Is the consumption. Whatever you consume, you become what you consume.
Right.
Okay.
That's just it. I go out in nature all the time. I am out there every single day. I am walking.
Hmm.
Doesn't matter. It could be minus 12. I put on a snowsuit and I'm outside walking and I'm hugging the trees.
Right.
Yeah. Connecting with him.
I'm connected with nature. You know what I mean? That is just me. And I don't care if anybody want to think that, oh, this girl, she's weird. Like, what? Nothing to do with me. I'm living my own life. You live your life. You know what I mean?
Of
So
Yeah.
that's
course.
it.
Yeah.
Of
That's it.
course.
I'm in my own
Yeah.
little bubble. I'm in a
Yeah.
bubble, honestly.
You have your own vibration, you have your own
Yes.
aura that you're
Yeah.
walking around with, and
Yeah.
that has
Hmm.
nothing to do with anybody else.
Anyone, no
Yeah,
one.
power
Yeah.
to people who actually live like that. I'm one like that. Like,
Yeah.
I may dress like the average. You may see me walking like the average. But when you talk to me, it's a whole different world. Like, I really don't care what you think, what you got going on, how you feel. That don't mean
Yeah.
nothing to me. That's your
No.
feeling, that's your thinking, that's
Yeah.
your emotion. Hold them.
Hmm.
Right? So anyway, I the reason I asked the question
For the
about,
consumption.
yes, it's
Hmm.
because um the music that is being produced now
Hmm.
is a lot of music that is being consumed. So all these new up and comers, this is what they hear. It's like, again, we just had this conversation. It's like, okay, this is the path I have to follow,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? So when I hear people like yourself or even Freetown Collective, um, it stands out.
Oh, thank you.
It stands
Amazing.
out. I mean, I believe anybody can do all type of music because
Hmm.
all types of music plays in different area. I'm not in my room gonna make love listening to girl better than, no, no, no. I want to hear something nice and smooth, right?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna I'm not gonna go to carnival and say, yo, why they not playing jazz or why they not playing,
Hmm.
oh no, I want to hear booyah, right? So I don't have a problem with people putting out the message, but I believe that we need a little bit more positive message in the music.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
and it starts somewhere. It starts
Hmm.
with individuals like yourself and Freetown
Thank you.
Collective and
Yeah.
many
Hmm.
others that are on board, but we need to spread this somehow and get other people to understand that this is what is going to be longevity. This is
Yeah.
not trending music. This is
Yeah.
not now. It's today, tomorrow, and beyond.
Yes. Absolutely.
So
Hmm.
yeah, I don't know. This is great stuff that you're doing, and it's
Oh,
positive.
thank
And we
you. I
need more
appreciate
of
it.
this.
I
It's
appreciate it.
these music, same kind of thing.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Actually, my EP will be out on April 20th. So Coffee Black will be on my EP, and I was thinking of doing 6 songs, but now I'm going to go with 7 because I came up with one today.
Did we inspire this?
Yes.
That's good. Okay. So we
Yeah,
have
so I was like,
we
yes.
have a song called Dissect on our EP. Can you
Yeah.
believe it, guys?
Okay, so when you
Yeah.
say you're coming up with your EP,
Yes.
where does one go to download, upload, stream
Yes.
this EP?
Anywhere that you can, that music is available. Anywhere that you
It's on
listen to music, you can
all
get it.
platforms.
Everywhere. So which is amazing.
Right.
So Yeah,
So we did
everywhere.
mention in our conversation, I want to say yesterday or day before,
Hmm.
um, we were talking. Well, you did mention music video for me. Is it okay if
Yes,
I mean, I said it already, but is it
yes,
okay?
Oops,
yes,
oops.
yes, yes,
Now you
yes.
have to talk about it.
Yeah, right.
It's Isaac.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Mhm.
music video is it for that? I love my woman black.
You have to say woman, eh?
Of course. The only man I love is my
Yeah, yeah.
son.
Oh, and what about your dad? Your
Yeah,
dad,
my
you gotta
dad,
love
my
your
Yeah.
dad.
father.
Listen, I tell my dad I love him. He tell me, yeah, man. So,
Yeah, man, yeah, man. Yeah, yeah, yes, yeah. I'm
so
working on that. Well, we're gonna be working on that soon. Coffee Black, because it just literally the song just got released like 2 days ago,
right.
like mastered and released 2 days ago. After I played it to you for you,
Hmm.
it got mastered and released,
Nice.
Please
and
tell
now
me I
it's
was
out
part
there.
of it. Please tell me I was
Yeah,
because of that.
Yeah.
yeah, it got mastered and released yesterday,
Nice,
2 days ago, right? So then you
nice.
had something to do with it, so thank you for that.
I appreciate that.
I
Good.
appreciate it.
Good.
Um,
Yeah.
not thank you for that, but I'm glad. No, not even thank you for that. I'm glad that I
Hmm.
was able to, you know, motivate you, I guess, to do that. Right.
Hmm.
I don't get excited over a lot of music.
Hmm.
Like, n- yeah, over a lot of music. I get excited over instruments,
Yeah, I love
Mm.
instrumentals.
like
Yeah. Hmm.
drums, and
Yeah.
I love instruments. I get
Hmm.
excited. Like you see me in a trance, like you might see tears out of my eyes, right?
Oh gosh,
But
yeah.
as far as music goes, you have to be cut in deep to make me
Mm.
like, damn. Like Sizzler is probably the last person
Oh
to
wow.
cut deep within me as far as giving me a message that make me want to do something positive.
Mm-hmm.
So
Sizzler, yeah, he's
so I
amazing.
apologize for my excitement over the phone
No, no,
on
no, no,
Thursday.
no, 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 no,
You're doing
no, no.
something right.
No, 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 you did right
But
because the engineer worked on that and mastered that song the same day. When you do your excitement, he
right,
mastered it the same day. I was like, yes, this is what I want. Why have you guys been dragging your feet?
right. So
There we
So
go.
thank you.
yeah, it just
There we go.
it hit me in a good place. So
I
I
love
said
that.
all that to say this.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love that. I love
Nice.
that. I love that for us.
Of
So
course.
can we see you? Do you have anything lined up as in gigs to do live performances for
Hmm.
the season, spring, summer coming up?
There's a few things on the go right now. Nothing in stone, but there's a few gigs. People have been reaching out to me. I haven't confirmed anything yet,
Right.
but I've had some things coming up for May, June, August. Coming up. Someone even sent me a message for something for next year. I was like, "Wow, you guys are anticipating. I will be busy."
That's
So I'm
good.
like, that's good, for
Yeah.
next year, Black History Month. And I'm like,
Yeah,
wow, that's
that's
amazing.
good. Amazing.
But I'm working on just really truly getting out there and just being more confident, being
Right.
more
Yeah.
free,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I'm working on that.
Love
Thank you
it.
so much. Yeah.
Love it. All
Mhm.
right. We have a little game we want to play with you.
Okay.
And I think you're
Games.
gonna I think it's
Yeah.
gonna be fun.
Yes. It's
I
gonna be
really
fun.
think it's gonna be fun. It's called Quick Cuts.
Okay.
We ask you a question, and as quick as you could give us an answer, it'll be good. Nothing degrading, hopefully. I mean, you answer however
But
you
you,
feel like
yeah,
it,
it's all depends on you how you
right?
answer it. Yeah.
Right. So,
My
but
perspective.
we're not
Your
gonna ask you
perspective.
anything degrading. But if you want to answer, I mean, hey.
Okay, okay, my perspective. Let's hear the question.
Okay. So,
Oh,
Jay, you could start.
yeah. Okay. Well, we'll say coffee black or coffee with cream.
With coffee black.
Okay. No double doubles.
Coffee black.
Dark roast.
Dark as can be.
Yeah.
Wow.
Monday.
If you had, if
She's
you had to
frozen. Is she
pick,
frozen? Look at the thing.
Oh, she is frozen
She
too.
is frozen in
Uh
action.
oh.
Rewind.
Come back to us. Don't go into the light.
She's in the Matrix. All right.
Okay. Well, I hopefully we get her back in the middle of our game.
Ooh,
And
there she is. Let's see. She's
is
coming
she
back.
back? No, no, she's not back yet.
All right. Well, we were. I. That one came hard. That one came down hard. Then
Right. All right.
she meant that one.
It
Black,
ju-
coffee black, and she sang that one too. Okay.
and she got stuck in. Yeah.
In the Matrix.
Well.
Anyways, um, so this just goes to show you, viewers and listening audience, that Toronto has a lot of great talent. A lot of great talent that are, I guess you say, what we used to say underground, like
Mm-hmm.
unheard of or not
Yep.
known. We have a lot of talent that is up and coming, and we need to appreciate our own just as much as we appreciate the international artists, the big names, right?
Right.
We have it. We have it right here in Toronto at our footsteps, and we need
Mm-hmm.
to support them.
Yeah. Embrace it and push it out there, right? Um, it's quite interesting you said that, Jay, because I mean, you and I growing up here, let's just use hip hop for an example.
Mm-hmm.
We grew up in a time where we had hip hop artists like Maestro Fresh West, Mishimi, Ghetto
Chocolate.
Concept, Choclair, like Road Dollar, and the list goes
Yeah.
on. Ghetto, like it just goes on.
Mm.
But the thing about it is, we always looked at our artists and said, compare them to the US.
Yep.
And like, nah, Maestro is not ready enough because he's not Big Daddy Kane, or Mishimi is not good enough because she's not MC Light. We
Right.
need to just stop doing that as a
Yeah.
people, period. Not just even in Toronto, in Dominica, in Trinidad, in Grenada, St. Vincent, wherever you are.
Yeah. You're not big. They only recognize you when you do well on a stage outside of your country for some
Yep.
reason. It doesn't make any
That
sense,
it doesn't.
but
It
that's
doesn't.
how it works.
Yep. Because the next talented person is right in your neighborhood, sometimes right in your living room.
Yeah. Like
And
look at Cash. We had Cash on, and Cash was like, "Oh, I wasn't even expecting to do this." And then
yeah,
he's all over the stage in Trinidad, but he was big here before he went to Trinidad,
right.
So
Yeah, we took a
Earth
while.
Divine. I wonder if maybe her phone
She said
will
something
get.
about timing out that I guess her computer must have timed out
Okay,
or
okay.
something. So yeah. I
Yeah,
guess
so,
this
yeah.
has been a very interesting dissect. We got caught in our game, but it
Yeah,
was good.
yeah.
Gotta thank Mohammed for coming through with from Freetown Collective.
Mhm.
If you guys missed that, I suggest you go back and look. It just from the gate, it was just education.
Education.
It was educational. It was just
Thought
very interesting.
provoking.
Yes. Oh yeah,
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
So, and of course, Divine, she brought up the spirit and still stayed deep with it. So, very
Yeah.
interesting show tonight on Dissect. And I hope you guys had fun, because we sit here every Saturdays to entertain you guys and for us to get educated too. Don't, we're not going to leave ourselves out. And
Yeah.
we love each other's company. Right, Jay?
Yeah, of course we do. We don't get to see each other enough. I mean, we see each other virtually every
Every
weekend,
weekend. Yeah.
but not,
Yeah. So,
personally. Yeah.
yeah. Next week, right back here.
Yeah. Next week is April, guys.
Damn. And it's still
April.
cold too.
Who we have next week? Next week's April
Yeah.
4th.
It's April. Well,
So tune in next week, same time, same place.
mhm.
Looked on TDN,
And
Facebook.
Wednesday. And
And
I always have to remind her on Wednesdays.
so Wednesdays
I am over here.
is twofold. So Minds in Motion, where I talk about neurodivergence, I talk about mental health, I talk about things that are affecting African and Caribbean diasporic people. Tune in at 7 p.m. right here on the same network. Also, right after my show is Anthony Drago's show this week.
This weekend interview.
Very, very informative, very educational as well. Tune in to that. Lots to see on TDN, sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And then Saturday, you come right back here.
Right back again.
Entertain, laugh, and say Novelist is a crazy guy.
No.
Joel is beautiful. Novelist is mad. You guys have a blessed week, a blessed weekend. We'll see you guys next week.
Peace.
First to the Dissect team, because you guys make today possible.
Special shout out to everyone who's made the film possible. To everyone.
Or if you don't want to look at it like that, dissect all you really are me dissecting.
I like the comments of people that saying things.
I don't even know how to respond to that, to be honest.
Could be the past when you were like
recorded a whole song with a newborn baby breastfeeding.
And while performing, the cord drop out the mic.
This guy took his sock. His socks off.
Put it over the mic.
Put it over the mic.
Oh my. You know you have to love yourself first.
I love to sing. Just know how to dance.
Yeah. And then the people who think the comments are bothering.
The meds I was on was about the lack of respect.
My brain don't work so fast when it comes to them real day. Him say when him wake up a morning time, him a float.
That was the funniest thing ever happened.
You're good.
I'm grateful for the blessings that I have so far.
It's just a matter of, for example, Tingo Nice again.